I'll get it going so you guys can leave. Didn't really prepare for this because I had to find people. Sorry. Are you recording?
Or someone's... No. The person that was in the kitchen. My bad. I'm so sorry. I just needed to show that there was 10. Alright.
Oh, are we going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It seems that in today's world, every time we turn on the TV or the news, a child has brought a gun into a school and the world mourns. Children being gunned down in the schools that they're supposed to feel safe in. One can't help but wonder why. Violence is something that children are seeing every single day, whether it's a cartoon or a video game. Cartoons illustrate the characters being blown up or injured and getting right back up afterwards. These games are a social norm for children in today's society, so it's seemingly okay for them to be slaughtering and shooting people on a screen. Sorry. It's just a video game. These video games have serious effects on the children of today, and by providing this violence in these games, we unknowingly tell them that this type of behavior is okay. As a child, I grew up watching the cartoons where a character would get shot with a bazooka or ran over by a car and be perfectly fine. I also grew up in the generations of killings, such as Columbine, and grew up in the same state that U.S. Representative Gabby Giffords was gunned down in. There has to be a connection, and there has to be more censor over what children are seeing while watching these cartoons or playing the games. Most of my information today will come from the LA Times, both Fox and ABC News, and Forbes. Today I want you all to walk away with truly understanding that the things kids watch and the games that they play have much larger impacts on them than we may even realize. That perhaps these video games filled with violence may be incredibly dangerous. To fully understand, we must know just how much of this media children are being subjected to. The average child between the ages of 8 to 18 spends about 7 hours and 38 minutes a day watching TV, playing video games, and going on the computer. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation via the LA Times, it's more than a full-time job. Vicki Rideout of the Kaiser Foundation stated that kids are spending more time using their phones to play video games, watch TV, and to listen to music than actually talking on them. While kids are not in school, hopefully doing their homework, they're on some sort of media, whether it be a video game, social media, or watching television constantly. One of the teens in this study even claimed that things like social media were her life. Now that we actually know how much media kids are being subjected to, we must know how it's affecting their minds. These games can have incredibly negative impacts. Mass killers have all been obsessed with violent video games, so states Fox News. Results show that playing violent video games increases aggressive thoughts, angry feelings, and physiological arousal, psychologist Brad Bushman of Ohio State University stated via PBS. In 1997, Evan Ramsey walked into his Alaska high school with a 12-gauge shotgun where he killed one student and his principal. Ramsey now states that the video games altered his sense of reality, and according to ABC News, he stated that he didn't realize that when you shoot someone, they die. It is no question whether or not these games have an effect on people. Playing a game that involves shooting and killing people for nearly 8 hours a day has to have an effect on the mind. New laws are being established to make these video games harder to get a hold of. Jim Matheson, a representative from Utah, is proposing a new bill that would prohibit the sales of rentals of adult-rated video games to minors. Forbes states that the bill also calls for a warning that says exposure to violent video games has been linked to aggressive behavior like on cigarettes. Obama has called for research to look into the correlation between video games and violence. We don't benefit from ignorance, and we don't benefit from not knowing the science, Obama stated according to Forbes. In the future, these studies may show greater impacts than ever thought of, and the purchase of these video games may be incredibly difficult. Violence in these sorts of games and television is dangerous. It may seem odd to think that just a game could have such a harsh effect. Though I urge you to take a stand and monitor the amount of time children are watching or playing. In days like today, where so much of what children do revolves around media, perhaps we need to take a closer look on what is happening in front of the screen. Parents today have a lot of responsibilities between working and taking care of their kids. However, when you think you are doing all you can to monitor your activity, in the study conducted by the Kaiser Foundation, only 30% of parents are actually monitoring what their kids are watching or playing. Setting up parameters is what prevents this. Take the time and monitor what's being watched. That's all I have.
And I'm number 10.
Yay! Yay! Thank you guys.